Hello everyone and welcome back to Warframe. Holy crap, you guys are absolutely insane. When I wrote this script, we were just hitting 500 subs, and this was like a week ago, and we're already hitting 750. That is absolutely insane. Keep it up. Holy crap, we're gonna hit 1,000 in no time at this rate, which is absolutely insane to me. That's freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Now, if you're familiar with my previous top 5 videos, you will know that we have only one category left. Melees. Melees are considered the most powerful weapon type in the entire game when compared to primaries and secondaries by the majority of players. And that means that melees are taken a lot more seriously. They're min-maxed more, and so people might not agree with my list. So I just want to state right now, so that no one is confused and goes into my comments saying that I'm an idiot for the weapons that I have in my top 5, that these are just my personal favorite melee weapons. They are in no way the best melee weapons, although I think they are pretty good. These are just the melee weapons that I use and love the most. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. My 5th pick is the Jack-Katag. The Jack-Katag is actually a very new addition to my list of favorite melees, because although it is an old weapon, I never really enjoyed it that much. However, recently, Distant Observer put out a video for it, and it completely won me over. I'll put a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out, and I would recommend checking out his other videos as well. There are some crazy builds that will absolutely blow your mind. Basically, the Jack-Katag is a rocket-powered hammer that explodes people. It's really fun to use, as you can probably tell, and it's very powerful. It's my number 5 pick since I really haven't used it that much, and hammers aren't really my favorite melee weapon type, but its power and ridiculousness really secures its spot in my top 5. My 4th pick is the Xena Star. The Xena Star is the hardest weapon to acquire on this list, since you can only acquire it after playing the game for 300 days. But the reward is definitely worth the wait. The weapon itself does decent damage, but upon completing a heavy attack, the weapon throws out this fire disc that deals damage in a 4-meter radius. This radius can be increased with range mods, such as Reach, and with the Xena Star, you can single-handedly lock down a corridor, a small room, or an objective without even having to shoot. It deals good damage and can provide very good crowd control when modded with Blast. There are also some crazy synergies with Ivara involving her navigator ability, where you can fly the disc around the map and kill large amounts of enemies just by flying it. It's pretty good. Overall, the Xena Star is fantastic for crowd control and crowd damage, and it is definitely good. My 3rd pick is the Gallatin Prime. This weapon is awesome. There aren't really any downsides. It deals tons of damage, it's surprisingly fast, and it looks badass. There isn't anything much cooler than a giant golden sword, except when that giant golden sword is slicing through large groups of enemies. What puts this weapon above other heavy weapons for me is its attack speed. I generally don't like slow weapons, with the Jack-Katag being an exception. And that's why I really like the Gallatin. It's very fast, which makes it much more usable for me. The power and speed wrapped up into the design of the weapon is why the Gallatin Prime is my 3rd pick. The Gallatin Prime looks awesome, but in my opinion, this next weapon looks even better. The Nikana Prime is a beautiful weapon. Katanas are some of my favorite looking swords ever, and the gold of the Nikana Prime sets it apart. Its looks alone secure it on my top 5, but what puts it at number 2 is what the Nikana signifies to me. When I first started playing Warframe, the Dragon Nikana was hailed as one of, if not the best melee in the game. The Dragon Nikana was the melee of choice of Sacred Wolf, who was the one who introduced me to the game and taught me the basics. I will always have respect for the Nikana series because of this. There is also a crazy synergy between it and Excalibur's Exalted Blade, but that's just a bonus. I love this weapon, and it is only outranked by one other. The Orthos was the very first non-Mark 1 melee weapon I ever got. The Orthos Prime was the very first Prime I ever got. Because of the Orthos, polearms are my favorite melee weapons. Its elegance, speed, and power make it a top tier weapon, but the history I have with the Orthos Prime makes it my number one pick. I remember using it for the very first time. I felt like a god. It was so superior to all other melees I'd used until that point. There was no reason at all to not use it. To this day, the Orthos Prime is my most used weapon ever. Yes, other weapons might outdamage it, but it is my go-to weapon and will remain so. I highly recommend it to all, and it is fairly easy to obtain, so please do yourself a favor, get the Orthos Prime. It's fucking awesome, I promise. Thank you all so much for all of the support recently. The number of subscribers, likes, comments, views, it just keeps going up and up, and I really appreciate it. I have no clue where this whole YouTube thing will lead, but I'm glad to see that you guys want to stick around and find that out with me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. As always, let me know your top 5 melee weapons in the comment section, and if you have any video suggestions, please tell me. I've been getting comments saying that they are new to Warframe, so if you need help with anything, or you think it would be good to make a video on a certain topic, please let me know. Thank you all so much. I know I've said it a bajillion times, but for real, thank you. I'll see you all later. Peace.